the greatest rapper in a sense. But any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
That 180, round 80.
53. Quit talking about it and bring it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What we got?
Zero.
From the 27, Rivers throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
3rd and 2.
Set. 390.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready. Black 25.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
Jameis now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Ryan Kerrigan. A loss of 3 yards on the sack. It's second down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
I'm coming. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Jameis to throw it. Room to run inside the 40. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12. It's 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air again with Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. A big run there by Freeman, 43 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Rivers now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A big play there out of Kamara, and even 50 yards on the ground.
First down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check number 7. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Under crush. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 3rd down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
53 to Mike. 53. Check. Hey, Foxtrot. White.
Rivers on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay. Set, 180.
Hey, here we go. Watch the
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Red Delta!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Let's bring it.
3rd and long for Rivers. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Stay with your man. Check 52. Three, triple team.
Off the play fake, Winston. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Come on, now. Let's go.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Kamara. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Joe Hayden. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready?
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On second down, Kamara. They find some open field here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready? Blue ready. Ready. Follow. Slam.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Let's make these babies easy. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. White. Green, triple team. Check 59, Mike.
Winston to throw it this time. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now, the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead, and we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's up and good, so maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
San Francisco.
Winston now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Amendola's got it, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the 49er.
Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Going up top. That's going to be caught. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Tighten up.
They'll run it with Kamara. Fights through him. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Such thing as a loss. We take a win. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Flag. Check 4, check 4. Check 43. Check 59. Right. Let's go.
Throwing. Winston. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check. Watch 54. Cut.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now Rivers on 4th down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And it's caught here, Amendola. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left. And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Ryan Grant, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
And I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because if teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Rivers on the money, complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now this pass brought in by Brown, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot, and they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
Check 59, Mike. Mike to 59. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Rivers. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been, They didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
6 guys.
Jameis to throw it. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston now from the 50. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, 49ers.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check. Wait. Crunch.
To the air again with Winston. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you.
And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, let's go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Switch up.
Following the interception, Winston. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Load it. Load it. Hey, check, Mike 21.
On second down, Rivers again. The open man here, Renfro. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Rivers now looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Able to get away. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it's going to be